Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Weren't we over there? Weren't we up against the wall? Yes, we were shooting at a different location for a while, but I didn't really see any benefit coming from it as compared to here where I can sit in a very nice swivelly chair. So, we are back here behind the DM screen at the head of the table where I was shooting my original videos. And this is the 6th Northern Defenders campaign diary. Before we get into the campaign diary proper, there is a bit of an announcement to make for the channel. As you can tell by this, I am an amateur YouTuber who is kind of just winging it by the seat of my pants. I was keeping all of my projects and files and images that I would use to represent various NPCs, like the various party members. I was keeping that all on an external hard drive, and to free up space on the computer proper for the programs that I needed to run. However, a few days ago, the external hard drive was corrupted, and I lost all of it. All of the photos that I had used in previous videos, all of the raw files that I had been using for a while now, all of my completed projects, my finished videos, all of that went down the drain. So literally, from this moment on, the only evidence of all the work I put into this channel is currently saved on this YouTube channel in the form of the final videos, which sucks because a lot of those videos I had been planning on taking clips from and using later. Aspects of the videos I wanted to use in upcoming videos that I'm planning. Like, I have a whole campaign diary series that I haven't even started, The Western Warrior, and I've lost my introduction to that. That is gone. And I'm not putting this here as a pity party or anything like that, just as a heads up that the pictures will probably change because I can't find the exact same photos. I ripped them off the internet and I have yet to find an artist who can give me the pictures that I really want. So the pictures are going to be different, and just as a heads up that I've lost a lot of that sort of stuff. Projects that I were halfway through that I was working on have been completely lost. So it's just a heads up to you guys. Anyways, that's not why you guys came to this channel. You came to this channel to listen to me rant about my D&D campaign. So, when last we left our heroes, the party comprised of Gurok, the half-orc barbarian, Asuna, the elven assassin, Asami, the dwarven cleric, Elris, the elven monk, and Leah Moonbrook, the elven ranger, had all been tasked by a local religious leader by the name of Kizuna Motorai of the Pelor Temple to head north into a region of the Saren Peninsula called the Northern Wastes to try and find a man known as Randall Marstag, the Druid, who had been missing for roughly a month or so. Due to the party's recent incursions into the Pelor Pass of the mountains, discovering kobolds who had been raised from the dead by some fell necromancer, Motorai was worried that his friend may have suffered some sort of calamitous fate. So in his traditional dragonborn tongue, he tasks the party to bring Randall back safely. He also informs the party that the best place to find Randall Marstag's trail would be with the Dalor tribe of barbarians. The party agrees to the quest and heads off to the Northern Wastes. They hike for roughly 2 or 3 days, passing through the Pelor Pass where they had been before, noticing that a mysterious fog is holding sway over the pass, and they file that away for later use. They head into the Northern Wastes, a very, very large forest opening up before them, and continue along towards the Dalor tribe of barbarians. On the way, they are ambushed by some goblins, which they are able to fell without much difficulty, as they are a reasonably strong party. After their 3 days of hiking and their encounter with the goblins, they are able to discover the barbarian tribe, and are accosted by 2 of the barbarian guards who wish to know what the party's business is approaching the tribe at night like this. The party informs them that they are here to find a man known as Randall Marstag, and that these fellows may have some information for them. The barbarians informed them that the best person to talk to would most likely be their chief, Chief Grog Highclimber. Wait, what did you say his name is again?
Grog.
What can I say? I'm a fan of the show, I'm a fan of the characters, and god damn it, do I have a hard time coming up with names. Anyways, this is where we'll pick up the session. The party has talked with the guards, and the guards are bringing them into the tribe to speak with Chief Grog Highclimber to figure out what he may know about the Druid. As they are escorted through this camp, they notice that the tents are made out of deerskins and sticks. They are propped up. It appears that this is a mobile tribe. It does not stay still in one place for very long. They notice that there are roughly 100 members of this tribe. They have varied races, whereas in the south they had found much difficulty in finding any half-elves or half-orcs or anything like that. In this northern tribal area, they find that there are many half-elves and many half-orcs. It seems like this is, if you are a half-breed in the southern region, you probably don't stay in the southern region for very long. You might head north, or you might be executed for suspicions. And this northern place is really where the half-breeds are able to survive. The tribe is roughly 100 men and women strong. They all wear hide armor or leathers. They have fur across their bodies. A very sort of classic barbarian. Mostly because I just like the imagery. What can I say? Every single one of the barbarians has a brand on their body somewhere. It is in this style right here. That symbol is used as the sort of marking of being a member of this tribe. So when you become a member, you are branded with this symbol and you are sort of declared your allegiance to this tribe. It's a good way for everyone to identify who belongs to what. So that way the orcs of the Rockclaw tribe don't accidentally disturb the peace of the Dalor tribe by assaulting a random hunting party. So they are escorted through this tribe into the sort of central area where there is a large pit fire with a ring of stones to contain it. A apparatus has been set up to roast swine or deer or whatever the meat of the night happens to be. The party could see that the carcass had been completely cleaned of flesh. There was nothing left. It was pretty late in the evening by this point. Most of the tribe had been settling down for the evening. Some of the barbarians had taken up their weapons to take night watch, because that's the most dangerous time in the forest. However, not everybody was headed to bed. As the party is brought into this large open courtyard area, they can see that there is this hulking half-orc, covered in scars and cuts and bruises. He's missing half of his ear on one side. His hair is up in a top knot. His half-orc tusks, which aren't as large as Gurok's, protrude outwards from his mouth, one of them having been broken in half at some point. He is sitting on this wooden log as a chair, and in his hands is this huge greatsword that stands taller than him sitting, and he is resting a hand upon it. This hulking brute is Chief Grog Highclimber, the chieftain of the Dalor tribe. This hulking chieftain of the tribe is flanked by two younger members who are dressed in some of the finer hide armor and have these rather ornate-looking longswords at their belts. Now, something the party was wondering, and what you probably should be wondering too, is how did a barbarian tribe in the middle of the northern wastes get their hands on ornate longswords and greatswords the size of themselves? It takes a lot of work to make a longsword or a greatsword, and the barbarian's blacksmith probably didn't have the skill necessary to pull it off. However, the party head straight into negotiations with Chief Grog Highclimber. Because Gurok's player Jesse was unable to make the session, Cameron's character Elris stepped in and took command of the negotiations for this session. Hail and well met, Chief Grog Highclimber, I presume?
You have me at a disadvantage, good sir. You know my name, but I do not know yours.
Of course, good sir. My name is Elris Meliamni of the Southern Monastery of the Malar region. With me are my companions, Gurok, Asuna, Asami, and Leah.
What business have you to come here?
Oh, well, we are searching for a man known as Randall Marstag. We had heard tale that you may know of this gentleman.
I know Randall the Druid. He is a good friend of our tribe.
Oh, fantastic. High Father Kizna Motorai of the Pelor Temple had tasked us with finding Randall and bringing him home safely. Could you perhaps tell us his location so that we may complete this quest for him?
Why?
Well, so that we can bring him home safely. Is that not what you want?
Why should I tell you anything? You are dokais. You are unworthy. Outsiders.
Ah, I see. Is there any way we could perhaps negotiate for the information? Yeah, could we give you some money or something like that?
Perhaps in your safe southern lands you can pay for your needs with simple coins. But here in the north we have no need for such things. We use our information to get supplies from you people. Quite simply, if you want something from this tribe, you have to give something to this tribe.
And what could we offer the tribe that would be worthy of knowing Randall Marstag's last location?
This region is not a safe place. I have been dealing with some recent threats to my tribe. The rather aggressive orc band, known as the Rucklaws, have been encroaching upon our hunting lands. The forest has become unsafe. Giant spiders make homes in the boughs. Direwolves stalk where direwolves never hunted before. And a great horned beast has been stalking along the borders of the forest, near the plains. Me and my tribe are stretched thin dealing with this many threats. And now word has reached my ears that a small group of goblins have been harrying my hunters. Normally I would crush them without even breaking a sweat, but between this horned beast, those orcs, and the recent troubles in the forest heart, I do not have the time or men. So, your task. Go to this goblin camp. Kill their chieftain, as well as any others you come across. Bring me its head that I may skewer it upon a spike as a warning to the others. And then I will let you know Randall's location.
And just out of curiosity, what if hypothetically somebody wanted to join this tribe? Maybe have you guys as allies in the future?
To be a member of this tribe, one must complete something known as the Kuldar. It is a rite of passage showing that you are strong enough to survive in this land. If you are truly interested in joining us as a member, then bringing me the goblin chieftain's head would certainly count as your Kuldar, and by Dalor law, you would be allowed to become a fully fledged member. One of you.
All right, sounds good, right? Yes, thank you for your time, Chieftain. Would you allow us to spend the night with your fellow tribesmen and depart in the morning to find this goblin camp and begin our mission?
That is acceptable to me. When you leave in the morning, Ulfa and Tarul will escort you to the goblin war camp. Be warned, we will only be here for another few days, so conduct your business with the goblins quickly so that we may proceed.
Fair enough. We bid you well and good evening, Chief Grog Highclimber. The party, having completed their negotiations with Chief Grog Highclimber, find open spots in the dirt, roll out their bedrolls, and rest for the night. Waking in the morning, they find that the two barbarians who had been standing guard over Chief Grog the night before are packed and ready to escort the party through the forest to find the Goblin War Camp. And I think that's where we're going to end the session today. Coming up next time, the infiltration, eventual discovery, and unexpected tactics of the party within the Goblin War Camp. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the session. Don't forget to roll your charisma saving throw against the subscription button. Feel free to leave a like and any comments down in the doobly-doo down below. And until I see you guys next time, take care.